is going on, everybody? Christmas Eve is here. We all feeling pretty good. We got the Eagles and Cowboys taking the field. A little battle birds, a little goat talk. Let's
Yes,
combine
sir.
it for this Christmas Eve special. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Let them know how y'all feeling for this Christmas Eve game.
I'll let one of the battle birds go first.
Yo, that man, you know who it is, you know what it is. Your boy Philly Fresh, aka the General, and also, man, it's all black today. All black, man. It's gonna be a funeral. I don't care who the quarterback is. The Dallas Cowboys they're not good enough. They're not good enough. Our defense is number one in the league. I don't care. Give me the 49ers stats all you want. When you lead the league, second down and takeaways and all that kind of stuff, man, we gonna see. It's gonna get real interesting today, y'all. Go ahead.
Listen, I feel good, man.
Sports channel. Apparently, I'm living in southern Canada because I don't know about y'all, but I woke up to like 8 degrees. Like, oh, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. Like, I'm getting frostbite this morning, bro. I was like, yo, this is football weather. I hope it's like this down in Texas. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Gates? Listen, man, yeah, I'm feeling good, man. You know, I ain't got no complaints. Listen, I'm so confident in this dub. I'll give you my reasons why when we get into it, but I'm feeling good, man.
Hey, I'm glad to hear it. So, let's start with LB. Give us the first main reason why you are as confident as you are that the Eagles will get it done with Minshew and the crew.
Well, everybody from the offensive line either is a Pro Bowler or alternate. I think it's like the first time in NFL history. You know what I mean? These guys got to show why they are so highly regarded. They got to show why Stoutland University matters the way everybody's talking about it. Like, they got to go out there and assert they will today, and I believe they will. The Dallas Cowboys defensive line, in my opinion, is good, but I never thought all year that it was better than ours in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I feel like we got the pieces and we have the units to go out there and overpower these guys, whether it's the offensive line. I like our defensive line against their offensive line. You know what I mean? I think this is the best, team that Dak has played since he's been, active or whatever this season. And, you could talk about Jalen Hurts not being out there, but that defense is still out there. Reed Blankenship is coming back, who's just on a different timing than a lot of other people on the roster, even as a rookie. So we got the pieces to make this game close. We got the pieces to keep this game close. But what people got to realize is this, though. It's going to look different because Jalen Hurts is not there. The deep ball is not going to be what we've been seeing for 13-1. You know what I mean? Gardner Minshew just does not have the deep ball that Jalen Hurts has. But Gardner Minshew is a quick decision maker. You know what I mean? Gardner Minshew can get the ball out of his hands fast. He's twitchy in the pocket. It's going to look different, but the end result will still be the same. We're just too talented.
Love the reasons. Fresh. Why are you as confident as you are for this game?
I'm confident because the Philadelphia Eagles have only lost one game, and that was the worst game that they played. So to beat the Philadelphia Eagles, we have to beat ourselves. Pause. But you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, man, we in a situation to where as though this roster from 1 to 53 is the best in the NFL. And to me, it's not even close. Howie Roseman has put together the dream team, the real dream team, when you really look at it. And a lot of people talking about, this is not the same Dallas team. And, we're not the same either. When you bring in a Linval Joseph and also a Ndamukong Suh, that helps stop the run so much. That is the ether to a guy like Zeke Elliott. You know what I mean? Now, our linebackers are going to have to stay with a guy like Pollard, who can come out of the backfield. But I think we have that talent. When you look at a Kaiser White, a TJ Edwards who is playing out of his mind right now. And then we still got the weapons. We still have the weapons, and we're going to have to look at Nick Sirianni and also Shane Steichen as, what are you going to do different? Because we know that it hasn't been a system. It's really been Jalen Hurts doing a lot of heroic things and having us win. Gardner Minshew is not that kind of guy, but you still need to utilize your talent, and we got Dallas Goedert coming back. To me, that's one of the most, like, people underestimate how important Dallas Goedert is to this offense. I mean, he's the second best tight end in the league. So when you look at it, all those things combined, I got us coming out with a dub today, y'all.
Yeah, real quick, Reese the Beast, $5 super chat. He said, new channel member, LB, shout out. I got my hurt season beanie in today.
Hey, bro. Hey, Reese the Beast, you got that joint just in time. It's like brick. Everywhere you go is brick outside, bro. Stay warm, my guy. Shout out to you, Reese the Beast.
Yeah, and shout out to Marcus Kane. He said our defense is going to take over this game, and I think that's where everybody's mindset first goes of why we feel confident. But Gate, speak on your confident level of this game, Christmas Eve.
Hey, man, I'm going to say this. Storylines matter, and the storyline goes back to last season, towards the end of the season, when they told us we ain't belong on the field with them. Storyline continues. The storyline continues. You trashed our quarterback. Storyline continues. We need this W not only to wrap up the division in Texas and make you watch us put the hats and T-shirts on, but also this just make sure that we can get our quarterback back 100% healthy because he will not be needed week 17. That's why y'all about to get 30 dropped on your head by the backup quarterback.
I love it, man. All great points across the board, and I'm co-signing all of them. And I'm just going to add a little bit. The Eagles just know how to get the job done. What separates this team, because you could look at a couple of Dallas's games and be like, wow, that's a good team, but they're not consistent. They're consistent from being inconsistent, especially when we talk about December. When the going gets tough, Dallas gets going. And this Eagles team is not about that. We are missing Jalen Hurts. I agree with LB. It's going to be different. But the Eagles showed that this team can win different. And the turnovers are down because the sacks are up. What used to be half a second short from the sack, quarterback gets it off and it falls into the secondary hand, is now becoming sacks. 20 sacks in 3 games. Jacksonville gave him fits up front. We are coming. You saw the little thing that the Eagles put up on their social media with Hassan Reddick riding the reindeer coming for Dak. Listen, he wants to make a statement. He knows all this NFC, who got the best pass rush stuff talk, whether we want to go there or not. As LB said, we got one, y'all got one, and I think we're going to be able to see it Christmas Eve, prime time slot for football watching on today.
I know Hassan Reddick saw them tweets. I know in the beginning he was thinking I should shut up. No, I kept it going though. I kept it going. Hassan Reddick. This is the thing. I like Micah Parsons, not to go off topic. I like Micah Parsons. Everybody knows what Micah Parsons brings to the table. But Hassan Reddick is the most skilled pass rusher in the division. One of the most skilled pass rushers in the league, which is why he got 12 sacks. This team from the interior, from the outside, is going to give Dak trouble. Dak don't have nobody that can stretch the field and expose this defense. It's all going to be intermittent stuff. And listen, Reed Blankenship will have a big game today. I really see a big game from Reed Blankenship, man. The reaction time of this guy and the way he can read the field is just damn near legendary at a rookie level, man. I cannot wait for this game. Gates just turned me up talking about putting in the hats and T-shirts. I forgot that happened today. But the hats, we might got the hats with us. Listen, I'm turned up now. Right, I'm turned up now.
No, LB, you definitely right, Gates. Shout out to you, man. That's the take of the day right now, putting on them hats. Right. And we definitely gotta look forward to that. But when you come into the situation with the Dallas Cowboys, they have been putting up points. I know they've been putting up 30s and all this kind of stuff. But the thing is, they have been playing less superior teams. Now you turn over the ball 3 times on us, oh, you in trouble. You throw 2 picks, oh, you in trouble. So when you look at it, man, the offense. Yes, they have been flourishing, but they have not faced the best cornerback tandem in the league. When you look at Bradbury, who got snubbed, I don't know how in the hell he ain't make it to the Pro Bowl, but whatever. And then you got Darius Slay on the side, and Devontae Maddox is back. Yes, and like LB just said, you got Reed Blankenship out there who is the heat-seeking missile. This dude, he puts his body on the line. And these are things that I love C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But C.J. Gardner-Johnson is in a contract career. He makes business decisions. You know what I mean? Reed Blankenship, he ain't on that.
He did make the business. That hit he laid on in the Packers game that costed that thing. That was a hit though. So he finally stepped up. But you see what happened when he did. You know, he's a little guy, but he's fierce.
And not only that, Marcus Epps has been laying. He been laying it down too. These last couple games, I've been seeing some hits out of him. I'm like, where did that come from? So shout out to Marcus Epps too, man. Like this defense is. It just seems like they're coming together at the right time. They know where everybody is supposed to be, no matter who's plugged in. Even Kayvon Wallace had a good game against Chicago. And you know how I feel about Kayvon Wallace. I think he is, we ain't going to do that. But at the end of the day, everybody on that defense is just balling, man. Like everybody. I mean, when you got guys, what is it now? Almost three to four guys. At the end of the season, we can have 5 guys with 10 sacks?
Yeah.
Like, wow. Like
nobody's deeper than us in a D line. The D line deep.
That's what I'm saying. So when you look at it, we doing things in this league, and once again, Hassan Reddick, like he just made NFL history. Nobody had 10 sacks 3 straight years, and he did that
on 3 different teams.
But different for different teams. The 3 different teams.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Like so, it don't matter where he goes. It's not the system. It's him. Yeah. He's a problem. That's true. And I was going to have to face that problem today at 425. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, real quick, though. Shout out to Donnell Shipley with the $2 super chat. He said, shout out to the panel, and I hope we blow out the Dallas Cowboys. Free with the $5 super chat. See y'all at the link for the divisional round of the playoffs. All love for all y'all, and Merry bleeping Christmas. And last but not least, I think Stu Vision, 2 more. Stu Vision with the $10 banger. Like I said, LB, we need a dual celebration in Dallas, Texas. NFC East champs and conference champs, hats and shirts. And I know people
Stu, what up, Stu?
It's only hats and shirts, but you got to get them first. The jewelry comes later. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's a king to a god? So let's get this dub. And I love the profile pic. It's just a hurt season hat. He's like, I'm not even wearing it yet. I already
just one on the table, right? Just put it on the table.
But all right, so look, keys in this game, meaning how do you think Dallas is going to try to come out? They are the home team. They've been running the ball really well. Do you see them sticking to the run and trying to do that? Now, again, if they were trying to game plan for the Eagles 4 weeks ago, it would be run down our throats. Pause. The Eagles been better against the run. Do you still see them coming out trying to get them 2 backs going first, or do they let Dak air it out a little bit, which they've been a little shy of letting Dak throw the ball 35 plus times?
You can take this one, Gate.
In my opinion, I think what they'll probably try to do is they're probably trying to work us off of play action. The reason I say that is
the reason you say that is
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
The reason you said that.
Yeah, you good.
All right. No, I think they're going to play action. I think they're going to use a lot of play action on us. And the reason I don't think they'll put the game directly in Dak's hands is because there's communication error right now between the receivers and the quarterback. You cannot put the ball in harm's way against this Eagles defense. If you do that, you're going to get beat by double digits. It's not even going to be close. Now, that's the smart play. The smart play is to try to, run your running game and work us off of play action. I really hope they try to drop back and throw the ball 40 times. I really do. Hey, you know what? Last year, we didn't have much of an outside pass rush. Hey, LB, tell him we got a guy.
Listen, we got a guy, man.
Yeah, I mean, what the Eagles have done to go from 31st in the league to first in the league, it's just amazing, man. I mean, you just got waves of guys coming at you, and shout out to I don't know Nick Sirianni and the health staff or whatever, but these guys have also been healthy basically the whole year. Like,
yeah,
we lost some guys, but it hasn't been anything that determined us obviously losing games. You know what I mean? So, man, it's just an amazing season to watch, man. Like, and it's just mind-boggling that people don't give us the respect that need to be given. It's always a team that they say is better than us. When we was about to play the Giants. Oh, the Giants, they doing this, they doing that. Smoked them. You know what I mean? You talk about the Vikings, smoked them. You know what I mean? It's just always something. Now it's the 49ers because they know we can't play the 49ers until whatever. It's just always something. There's always somebody. Now it's Dallas. So we're going to see what Dallas going to do. Everybody talking, everybody saying this, people pumping their chests up. But you might think you want what you're going to get, but I don't think you want what you're going to get. At the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, this team is resilient. Yes, we have close games with the Colts and with the Bears and yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, they were dubs. We didn't struggle with Houston and almost lose and then come out the next week and struggle with Jacksonville. Shout out to Jacksonville. Like Doug Peterson, he really turning that whole culture around. Because when you look at it, people was laughing at us because we had a debatable game with them. But they've been putting up points. They know how to score. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, don't talk to us about debatable games when you lose to the guys who we had a debatable game with. And then we smoking people who you losing to. To me, I just don't get it, man. Go ahead, Joe.
I don't think they put the ball in the air. I think they would be crazy to put the ball in the air. Their best chance, if you want to talk about their best chance, is to try to get us with the play action. Like if we shut down the run and force them to put the ball in the air, it's a wrap. Because now not only can we cover in the secondary, we can get there with the defensive front. You know what I mean? We just like waves. You talking about guys? It's dudes on our team who really cannot stand the Dallas Cowboys. Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. Everybody else who already been there, Fletcher Cox, Sweat, it's really dudes who know that these guys have been like low-key disrespecting us for a while. This is not what they want, y'all. They can act like this is what they want. They do not want to see this team and this set up like this at 13-1 while they've been struggling the last two games. This is not what they want. Now, I understand a lot of the turnovers on Dak Prescott has been a lot of debate, whether good throws, bad throws, bouncing off hands, hand hitting the arm. I don't want to hear that. An interception brings down the confidence and the morale of your quarterback. Dak know he throwing picks. Dak is going to second guess himself. Dak is going to hold on to that ball a little bit more. And Dak is not getting away. He's not getting away from Hassan Reddick and them boys. Hargrave, the interior pass rush, we just too good. We're too good. If we lose to the Dallas Cowboys, I don't care who the quarterback is. It's a fail on our part. You know what I mean? And it's not going to stop us from getting our shirts and all of that, but it matters today. Wrap this thing up and get it over with, man. Wrap it up today, get it over with, man. You're the better team, clear cutting across the board. Everywhere you look, play disciplined football, get out of there with the dub, and it's going to be easy from that point on, man.
Facts, real quick. Shout out to Eagle Nation Cash with a $2 super chat. Didn't say nothing because it does. We don't. Sometimes you don't gotta say nothing. The team is going to do the talking for us. But I agree. The Dallas Cowboys are coming in here with the hopes that Zeke, Pollard, please get us a dub. That is their only hope. I think if the Eagles shut that down, things get scary early in this game. I got Dak throwing at least one. I mean, how can I not? I'm a gambling man, and when I see 9 games, 11 picks. I'd be foolish to think he's finally going to clean it up against a team that's going to force him to get the ball out hot. One thing we know about Gannon is when Avonte Maddox is healthy, that's when he's at his most aggressive. And I agree why, because Avonte Maddox gets underlooked. And look what he did last week. He was playing safety for us at times. Felt like back at his rookie days. So Avonte Maddox is so versatile, such a key member of this defense, especially in a passing league with everybody having good slot receivers. I think we come out there and we stop the run early, make them second guess, and then I think, pin your ears back in the second half. If we get if we can get like a solid 10-point lead, the game is a wrap. The Cowboys have shown they can't keep leads, but the Eagles have shown that we get a lead in the last couple of days, 20 sacks in 3 games. Yeah. These guys are going to pin their ears back. Now, we do know Dallas last time stayed with the run game as long as possible. That's actually how they came back. But mind you, we are different. We just held King Henry to 30 yards. So if their game plan was run the ball on Eagles and get out there with an easy win, they must be mistaken. They're going to have to try to run, but I don't think it's good. I don't think they got any they don't got no recipe for success against this defense. Unless we start doing things that is uncharacteristic, I just don't see it at this far in the season.
This could be a huge game for Dallas Goedert. Huge.
Yeah. Especially
I think
with Gardner Minshew being like, tight end as their, what do you call that? This the scapegoat, not scapegoat. Quarterback's best friend. Their
right. It's I know what you mean.
I know the term.
Damn, what's the term? Security blanket.
Security blanket. Yes. So
and not only that, Leighton Vander Esch is out too. So that's their best linebacker.
That's big.
You know what I mean? So
they also got some corners out too, right?
Yeah, they've been out for like 2 or 3 weeks. They've been struggling. Jackson, listen, T-Law, and listen, Trevor Lawrence is a pretty good quarterback. They do for like 400 yards. They had like 500 yards of offense. 500
not like
yards.
They did have 500 yards of offense. Bro, when do this is the Super Bowl, like, come on now, like, I mean,
they sweet. Let's just say it, y'all. They sweet, and we shouldn't lose to them.
I don't think this like everybody was talking about this defense compared to ours. This defense is really not that good. They do have one guy that's out there, and don't talk to me about DeMarcus Lawrence because he struggles with Lane Johnson every game. I ain't even got to worry about. Just put him on the island with Lane Johnson. I ain't even got to worry about D-Law, man, or whatever they call him. So at the end of the day, man, up front is where you're going to win this game. You have to stop Zeke, and you got to protect Gardner Minshew. And I think we have both of those recipes. So when you look at it, I don't know how they're going to put up 30 points on this defense. Yeah, I think they're going to get 30 to win. I don't know how they're going to do it.
I would honestly take CeeDee Lamb out the game on all passing situations. Any third and long, I would double team CeeDee Lamb. Make him go to somebody else.
Right.
Because if CeeDee Lamb don't get off, I mean, really, what they going to do? We just lost Gates, but I'm sure he'll be back. You know what I mean? Oh, shout out my guy Stu Vision with the $2 super chat. He said, "Player of the game, guys. Fresh, you go first."
Yeah, shout out to you, Stu Vision. We do that at the end of the live. Everybody pick an offensive, defensive player, and we also pick the score prediction. So just wait and see. You're going to get it.
Right.
And I'll go first. All right, I got you.
But what were you saying about before you?
I was talking about doubling CeeDee Lamb on all passing situations. Like they don't really have much that we should be fearful of, in my opinion. Dak Prescott, who is a damn game manager, game managing the hell out of the game this year. By the way, you know what I mean. Don't even have a 300-yard passing game. Everybody want to now all of a sudden everybody want to tell us. Man, you see what I'm saying? Since when is that the measuring stick for success, bro? A 300-yard passing game, dudes be having $150 at the half. It's 2022. You know what I mean? Dudes got 200. I think Burrow got 200 at the half.
Yo,
a 300-yard passing game.
I'm playing against him too, and he's cooking me
right now. You are? Yeah, right. He had like 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. Like, come on, bro. So now Dak Prescott, who everybody said was so cerebral at the line of scrimmage, like, this is why I truly don't like the Dallas Cowboys, because the narratives they try to paint, they try to pull the wool over our eyes with every little thing that they do that's semi-successful. They try to tell us how Dak Prescott was as cerebral at the line of scrimmage as Peyton Manning. That's disrespect to my eyes, to what I've been watching my whole life, bro. Everybody, ESPN, because the way that he audibles and changes plays at the line of scrimmage, they're like, oh, he's so cerebral, he's so next level. So I'm on Twitter talking about like, what? Every time he changed the play, he throw a pick. Like, this is not cerebral. You know what I mean? Like, they gotta stop capping him up. Now you ain't have a 300. Bro, I'm telling you that because they tried to kill that one quick because he throwing too many picks to even say that. Now you didn't have a 300-yard passing game the entire season. You've been back 10 damn games damn there. You know what I'm saying?
11.
So 11 games you've been back and you ain't have a 300-yard passing game. That's unacceptable in today's NFL. Unacceptable. If you take out CeeDee Lamb, I just don't think it's come on, Hendershot, one of them tight ends. I'm not worried about them, bro.
It is one guy that I do think, especially in the past.
T.Y. playing. I'm not saying he's good, but what LB did say earlier, they don't got nobody to take the top off. That is T.Y.'s, and this is his first game playing. He wanted to play against the Jags, but he wasn't ready. So this is is T.Y. a guy that's gonna like make or break this game? No, but it's something that's a little wrinkle that might make them stretch the field a little bit more. But look, as Selena just said, Shout out to her with the $2 super chat. Let Dak test Slay today if he wants to. Go ahead. Let him test Slay. And that's one
Shout out
thing.
to Selena.
And shout out to Selena, but shout out to Slay. It's hard as a cornerback to be patient. Like, if you look at some of these games, 1, 2 targets Slay's way. Now, Bradbury's been getting targeted because Slay's on the other side, and he's been doing well.
Being a Pro Bowl.
He's doing well. He's stopping the targets. But you got to have that. It got to be born at times when you locking up somebody so much that they don't even look your way. But that's what Slay does, and that gets overlooked sometimes when Slay don't have all these interceptions. Well, guess what? Since week 5, he's probably been targeted like 10 times. That's crazy because they know not to. So as Selena said, be our guest. Have fun. Try to target.
Yo, Slay is like a left fielder. You know what I mean? Like, the ball never comes his way, and when it does, he makes the play. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it is one guy, and I'm gonna say Pilot, man, that we really gotta watch with him coming out the backfield. Our linebackers, they gotta be on cue. They gotta be on, because they do a lot with Pilot. You know what I mean? To me, Pilot is better than Zeke right now. You know what I mean? And
more dangerous.
Yeah. And they don't use him more than they use Zeke, which is stupid, I guess, because they're trying to get their money back or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. But when you look at it, man, this guy, he can come out the backfield. They line him up. They do a lot with him. Not saying he's the scariest thing. I mean, we just went through a 3-game stretch of Jonathan Taylor, King Henry, like you said, Mike, and also Saquon Barkley. Those dudes didn't have 100 yards combined against this defensive line. You know what I mean? So this defensive line can get the job done. I'm not worried about that. It's just that we also gotta make sure that our linebackers are on point, and they're playing when we play zone. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to play some zone. When we play zone, that they're in their spots and taking care of what they need to take care of, especially when Pollard is on the field.
I'm low-key afraid of the 5-man front, though. Like sometimes I just feel like it's not so necessary. I feel like if we could get more linebackers on the field to fill those gaps and do their jobs, I think we're good enough to do that. I think even someone like Kobe Dean with Kaiser White and TJ Edwards, I think they could fill those gaps and get those tackles for us. That 5-man front, man, if you have that out there on a pass play, you pretty much leaving a lot of people wide open. So we gotta be decisive when we use the 5-man front. I was worried about that in the first game a little bit because, you know, with that 5-man front, if Fields gets outside, who's going to go grab him? You know what I mean? Sometimes I think we go too heavy with that, but, you know, it really hasn't hurt us. You know, and this could be a game where it can hurt you because you got Zeke and Pollard out there who could turn into pass catchers.
Correct. Yeah, this is a different challenge, though, from a running back standpoint because, like, as Reese was alluding to, we play the individual guys, you know, the King Henrys. You know, we've played those, you know, the Saquon Barkleys and Jonathan Taylors who individually can kill you. But this is the first time since I think the Green Bay game that we played a really good 1-2 combination at running back. You know, Green Bay had Dillon, and they had Jones, and, you know, Jones can catch the ball out of the backfield. Dillon can run between the tackles on you. I think you get a little bit of that when it comes to what they can do in Dallas as well. I think that it's a little different approach to playing their running game. But every week has been a challenge because Chicago was the #1 rushing offense in the league. We just played them last week. So, you know, our run defense it's been pretty tested over the last 5-6 weeks.
I agree with that. And, you know, if Hassan Reddick can, you know, get that one sack that Kyler Murray broke out of the running game and their stats aren't even that impressive.
Yeah, it doesn't even look. And then I don't even think that they score on that drive. Like they
got 3. Yeah, they got 3 or something like that.
No, they should remember he went out of balance, and then the running back scored the next play.
Right, he caught a pass, Montgomery.
Yeah, real quick, shout out to Puck U with the $2 super chat. He said Dak was Tom Brady according to ESPN, and Michaels already was getting compared to LT. Listen, they always look. Cowboy content creators will say that that ESPN always just downplays Cowboys. No, they do. When the Cowboys stink, they're going to say they stink even more. But when the Cowboys are good, they say they're way too good. Somehow they're way back up on, you know. So I don't want to hear that. They're going to bend the rules for the Cowboys many different ways. Shout out to Bad News VA. He said Stank Lawrence instead of Tank. puck you back. He said when they tried to disrespect Crystal Ball Brunson by calling him talking box, he lost it. Now that was funny. I was. It
Wait,
is what it is.
you talking box?
No, so my you didn't see the stream last week. My camera ain't work. Like I had to get like a new C port Lightning. I had to get some new gear or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't working. So basically, I just was like no cam the whole like live stream like 2 hours.
Yeah, he was like
You
this.
know, I was just like that for 2 hours, bro. and one of the Cowboys content creators, he kept calling me talking box. Like, bro, my name Brunson. You know what I mean? I had to like, you know what I mean? Stop that. You know what I mean? That's wild. I'm calling you your name. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Carlos with the $10 super chat. He says, salute to y'all and y'all families. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time, elf fellas. Salute. Now Smith is playing left tackle. Peters playing right tackle. Sweat has 2 sacks today. Oh, and the Giants up 13-10 just picked off Cousins in the third quarter.
Wait. So let me ask y'all this. So if the Giants win, does this even matter at all? Do we clinch?
No.
Somebody was telling me if the Giants win, like we clinch the East. I mean, we clinch the number 1 seed if the Giants win.
No, I think you got to win first. I'm not sure. Wait. It might be. No. Because if Dallas beat us, they still get a chance to win out, and then we got to lose out. So.
But listen, but if Dallas beat us out and lose out, we beat more teams than Dallas. I don't think that helps them because we beat Green Bay, we beat who else did we beat that they didn't beat? We beat the Jags. I don't think that scenario even helps them. If I got that right, I'm not sure. You know, it's so many wild scenarios.
But we gonna take care of business, so we ain't even gotta worry about them other scenarios. You know what I mean? But listen, Carlos got a point. If Jason Peters is asked to watch Sweat, that's a big game for Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat coming away with at least 2 sacks. As Carlos Rosado said, you cannot put 90-year-old Peters on Josh Sweat, he's right around that double digits too. He low-key got snubbed too. So like you said, this D-line is playing.
He only going to play 10 snaps.
Who, Sweat?
No, Peters. He only going
to they short-handed. I think he's going to be out there way too much against this pass rush.
Might be out there.
What I'm saying is he check in and check out when he want. You know what he do. Come on, LP. You know what he do. He need a water break.
Right. And who is seasoned enough, or who even been in more battles enough on that entire roster to tell him no? Right.
That's the bodyguard right there, man. They ain't telling him no.
Exactly. He about to get. Listen, if he lined up across somebody, man, if he's starting this game, he ain't gonna look the same by the third quarter. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he
gonna come out fresh because he got some gas. He got some gas in the tank in spurts. But if you ask him to do too much, man, that's food. I was sending the blitz and the stun on his side all game.
Yeah, and as Carlos said, he meant to say left tackle, not right tackle. Yes, but still, Sweat line up against Peters. That's a body bag, especially as the game goes on. And then you get that blitz over there, checkout time. Look, they got Tyron Smith back. That's cool, but they're still shuffling their line around a little bit. Tyler Smith is good when he plays inside because he's just a big dude, and then you can wrestle a little bit, but he don't got all that footwork down on the outside. So, they got to play this close to the vest because they're coming against the best defensive line in the National Football League.
Yeah, that's going to be the battle inside the game for real to me. Fletcher Cox versus Tyron Smith. Who can win those battles? And if they don't see, a lot of people don't understand how much Fletcher Cox gets doubled, and he's the one that only has 6 sacks. And other guys, they get one-on-ones and it just dominate. So if they feel as though they don't have to double Fletcher Cox, that's gonna look different. You're gonna have to find a way, like you said, LB, with some stunts, and some blitzes, man. You gotta throw some different things at him. To me, you just can't say our front 4 or front 5 go get it. You have to, and I've seen some stunts. I've seen some good stunts versus Chicago, man. And that's why we got 6 sacks last week. So when you look at it, I do think Jonathan Gannon is improving on attacking the quarterback, even without blitzing. You see some things up front that you didn't see in the beginning of really the season, and also when he first started here. So shout out to Jonathan Gannon. I do think that he is getting better, and like you said, it's a different defense when Avonte Maddox is on the field. It's so many things that this kid can do. I mean, you ask him to go against the best slot guys in the world. Like you said, play some safety, can blitz, and can stop the run. So this kid does so much, man. And I think Gannon appreciates that guy in the middle of the field like that. And this is why you'll see a different defense. For the most part, every week he's throwing a little bit of wrinkle in there that you never seen. But I want to ask y'all this: the creative mind of Nick Sirianni, Shane Steichen, and whoever is on that offense, they're showing wrinkles also. Like that touchdown run from Jalen Hurts when the line shifted, I never seen nothing like that, but in college. You know what I mean? Like, people in the NFL don't do that. You had Jurgens lined up at the center and switched the line all the way to the left, and now Jason Kelsey is your center. And they was doing a quarterback sneak, but he knew that when he shifted, the whole defense would shift too, and he just walked into the end zone on the outside.
On the left side, yeah, that was crazy.
That was nasty. That was nice. Man. That was nasty. Like, these are the wrinkles. These are the things. These are some of the reasons why we're the best team in the NFL, because you don't see things like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. You're not going to ask Gardner Minshew to do nothing like that. But it is things that they are doing with all this talent that they have. And Miles Sanders, to me, I need 25 touches from Miles Sanders today. I don't. Yes, I'm about to cuss. I'm about to cuss the Eagles out. So get prepared, Joe. I don't need to see Miles Sanders not have a run until the second quarter.
Yeah,
Miles Sanders need to come out this game with 1,100 rushing yards. This is the thing, though. When you talk about those shifts and all the exotic things that you see, and, you know, even the QB sneak, like, we lose that to get today. Like, people have to really see how important Jalen Hurts was. Like, 3rd and 1 ain't gonna be so much of a gimme as it was the last 15 weeks. Like, you gotta really put some beef up front and really gotta run the ball or something like that. You can't ask Minshew to do some of the stuff that Jalen Hurts was doing. There's going to be no read option. They're not going to have to worry about. Now, Minshew got some wheels, but they're not going to have to worry about it. It's not going to have to be a thought in their mind of him doing it as much as Jalen Hurts. Minshew ain't carrying the ball 17 times. Minshew ain't going to get you 80 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Minshew got to really play a clean and crisp game, and this really has to, depend on his offensive line and the supporting cast around Gardner Minshew. The supporting cast got to wake up and play good football. A lot of people, take Jalen Hurts for granted. They think it's the team, but Jalen Hurts is really the system. Like, these guys, when has the defense ever had to say, well, damn, I really got to do my job today? Give me that game where the defense had to say, I really got to do my job today. Or give me that game when the offensive line said, I really had to do my job today. No, a lot of people, a lot of units really have to do their job today. And that's a big factor in this game. But we got the talent to do it. Are they going to do it? They've been asked to do it all year. They got to do it today, though. Get them T-shirts.
I did think the defense kept us in a couple games when the offense was struggling. I want to say the Colts game. The offense was struggling, and the defense they just kept getting the ball. They kept, to the 4th quarter until we can finally figure it out. I know it's the Colts or whatever the case may be, but I seen the Colts put up 30 and 40 points on other teams. And I was like, damn, like this defense is not – they are being resilient this week. And you're going to have a week like that. Like, LB, you're definitely right. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to have to step up. It's always like that when your star player is not playing. Everybody has to step up. When Dallas Goedert went out, who stepped up? Quez Watkins. You know what I mean? Right. So you have to have everybody step up. None of the dumb penalties, none of the stupid holding calls, none of the false starts. Everything needs to be crisp and needs to be right. Now, you can't be perfect. I get it. But I need a 99.9 out of y'all. Give me that.
Right. And that's another thing. The worst game of the offensive line for the season was the Tennessee game. They kept getting pushed back, all the penalties. You can't even afford that. Because do you know if Minshew could be special up? Like, Jalen Hurts was converting scoring drives that started 1st and 20 due to the damn penalties. Like, you don't want to have Minshew working against that because he's not Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? That's an uphill battle for any quarterback. So a lot of guys got to step up and do their job, man.
Yeah,
the red zone scares me when you talk about Minshew, because we talk a lot about the RPO style of offense that Jalen runs. But there was a really good clip from, I think it was either the Green Bay game or it was the Tennessee game, where it wasn't an RPO. It was actually what they called a pass run option. So where he read the safety and he read one of the linebackers. And because they widened, he ran. Like that kind of thing you just don't get from every quarterback. That's really difficult to put on the plate of someone like Garner Minshew. That scares me where, like, we're talking about back in the offense of like LB was saying, right? We're talking about, 1st and 25 and 3rd and 15. So where Hurts is just basically absolutely gassing defenses because they can't get him off the field. And then you get down to the execution part, which I think Reed was alluding to, which is execute the offense. To me, when the field gets tightened in the red zone, can Minshew make those passes? Can we get points on the board in terms of stats? I think that's going to be the game within the game a little bit.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with you. But we've seen, as all y'all saying, there's been times where it was Jalen Hurts to take over the game to get the flow back going, and then you see the other team step up. They understand the magnitude of this game. They know they don't got their leader out there, their MVP. So I think these guys are going to raise their game a little bit, do a little extra on the offensive line, the D line, in the secondary. As Eagle Nation Cash said, I think Slay gets one today. What do y'all think? I know a turnover's coming from somebody. The Dallas Cowboys turned the ball over at a high clip since Dak Prescott's being there. So I definitely got that. But I got everybody playing their game the way they play their game, and it's just going to elevate everybody. And I know the first thing that's going to come out of Cowboy fans' mouths when we beat them, and they're demoralized. Christmas is ruined, and they got to hold on to the last little string. I told you it wasn't Jalen Hurts, it's the team. I'm not even going to listen to that. I'm not even going to entertain that, because we know our team is good. It's just that much better when we have number one and behind center.
Exactly.
We know that. You don't got to tell us that. Why? None of us are saying we're going to lose this game. We all feel confident with Minshew because of our team. But you know how much more the confident level this would be if number one was back there and he didn't have a bad shoulder? A huge amount more. So I just think that these guys know, and as LB said earlier, they don't like each other. Even Kelsey on his Christmas album, he took it, love it to death. The dude said at the end, "I wish everybody a Merry Christmas except Dallas." You know what I mean? We just naturally don't like you. And this album came out before the Micah Parsons talk. So let's not act like we're thinking about Dallas because of Micah Parsons. No, the Christmas album's been in the work for a hot minute. We don't like you guys. We don't like you guys on a warm day of July. When football season's not here, we still don't like you guys. And it's how it is when you become an Eagle. When you put on that jersey, you just automatically hate the Cowboys.
This is the thing, though. This is what they don't want to accept. At the end of the day, we still gonna be the number one seed, and we still gonna win the division, whether they like it or not. They can go ahead, even if they win this game, they'll be happy for a couple days, but they will have their first playoff game on the road, to which they haven't won a road playoff game since 1992. You know what I mean? These guys are laughing stocks to me. I don't know how y'all feel, but I wake up and laugh at these guys every week during the football season. They're laughing stocks to me. So this game really don't matter. We just want to put the shirts on for Christmas. We're going to go out there and give it our best effort. No excuses on our end. It is what it is. But the Eagles going to win this game. I was ready to give y'all my score prediction. The Eagles going to win this game.
We got 10 more minutes. We about to get the score predictions up. JP said, hope you guys have a good Christmas. Let's go Eagles. Burgang 336 in the building. Merry Christmas. Is Peter still a legend in Philly, even though he's wearing blue? And are y'all worried about the 4 tight end set they run? How do y'all feel about them going heavy personnel, having Zeke back there with 4 tight ends for blocking and or play action purposes?
I mean, I think we had the guys to cover it. When you talk about if Jonathan Gannon wants to go, he can still go. 2 linebackers and the rest CBs back there. So to me, I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried about that. Excuse me, sorry. But I do want people to understand, because I've seen some comments, and some people, they DM me and they ask me and they love comments. We have to understand, when we seen Gardner Minshew this year, it was mop up duty. All they wanted to do was just hurry up and get out of there. They just wanted to run the ball and get to the next game. So I don't want you to look at his stats and look at what he did against guys in the fourth quarter when the game was over and we've been blowing people out, gave them smoke. Don't look at it at that's the quarterback that you're going to get today. This is going to be a guy who's going to play a full game. So he's going to have to put his full arsenal out there. And it is limited when you talk about a guy in Jalen Hurts, but like this week, every quarterback is like that. You get what I'm saying? So, not gonna lie to you, people, don't worry, don't get discouraged when you look at his stats for this year.
Or even last year, I talked about it, right? If you look at that last game, Gardner Minshew played against the Cowboys week 18 in 2021, but he didn't have the offensive line in front of him. He didn't have Devontae Smith after the first quarter. He didn't have the defense playing. It was Minshew and a bunch of backups going against the Cowboys ones. Minshew got the players around him to help elevate his game. And listen, if I'm Minshew, I'm playing as hard as I can for the simple fact that he is a free agent next year. If he comes back to the Eagles, it's a new contract. If he could start on some teams, not the Eagles, but he could start on a handful of teams right now that have mediocre quarterbacks. If he was on the Colts, he'd probably be playing right now. If he was on the Texans, he might be playing right now. If he was on the Giants, he might be playing right now, to be honest.
No, that list is long. The Falcons, the Saints, that list is long of teams that could use, Gardner Minshew services. And this is the thing, though. You can try pulling up tape of Gardner Minshew. You can pull it up all you want. There's no tape of how Gardner Minshew is going to, we don't have, nobody knows what the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do at quarterback. Gardner Minshew has never had this much talent around him. Gardner Minshew has never had to come in all year to play with A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert in his offensive line. So, it's going to be a surprise to the Dallas Cowboys. I look for our team to be somewhat simple but innovative at the same time. I expect the run to play a huge part in this, keeping those guys off the field, that offense, and wearing that defense down. And I also expect us to have some different exotic looks that the Dallas Cowboys not ready for. I think play action could really be a huge benefit to us as well. Gardner Minshew throws a really good ball. He don't got the strongest arm. He don't got crazy deep down the sideline passes like Jalen Hurts. He can't expose you deep up the middle of the field. Everybody said Hurts had the noodle arm, but that kind of more applies to Gardner Minshew. But Gardner Minshew is accurate, though. Gardner Minshew throws a nice spiral. They've been talking about him having a good camp. I think that Shane Steichen, who I think is brilliant. You remember the Chargers didn't want nothing to do with him. Everybody laughed at us for getting him. Now look at him. Designing one of the most copycatted offenses in the National Football League. I think they put something around Gardner Minshew. I think they, I think they have some plays or a specific package that Gardner Minshew is excited to run. And didn't Gardner Minshew have a coach that just passed away not too long ago? Like Gardner Minshew got a chip on the shoulder. You know what I mean? I remember Gardner Minshew last year after the win against the Jets, going to the front office, knocking on the door, saying, "What do I have to do to be the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback?" Come on, man. What do I got to do to be the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback? I ain't like it at the time that he did it, but I respected it. You know what I mean? I respected it. He did it. He tried to come in and say, "Listen, the crowd don't like him. The crowd like me. What it take for y'all to make that switch? No, we good at quarterback right now." You know what I mean? Now go out there and show why you're marketable. Go out there and show why you believe and why you trust in yourself. This will be the biggest win of Gardner Minshew career.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. D'Angelo Xavier said they wanted Watson and Zach Wilson. There was a lot of talk. A lot of talk in the offseason. But listen, Jalen Hurts, MVP season, no ifs, ands, or buts. I don't know what the injury is going to do, how many games he'd be sidelined. If Minshew go ahead and wrap this game, then we really gonna just sit Jalen on ice. There's no reason to force the issue. Yes. But let's go. We right at that 49-50 minute mark. Let's start real quick.
Real quick. My guy D'Lo. Shout out to my guy D'Lo. He just dropped the album today called going fishing. Drop that joint on Christmas Eve, man. Fire material. I'm going to do a comprehensive breakdown. But shout out my guy, though. Always tapping into us.
Yeah. He dropped it on one of my in the comment section on Twitter. I definitely saved the link. I'm going to listen to it myself. I clicked it quickly. Kids were in the car going crazy. I saw you had the Christmas layout on it and all that. I didn't hear no words yet. I just heard the beat. The beat was nice. It was Christmassy, but it was fire. And then the kids started acting up. I said, no, I'll listen to it later. But I got you for sure. Fresh was supposed to go first, and I think he was like, let me dip up out of here. But go ahead, Gate. Give us your player on the offensive side, player on the defensive side of the game, and your score prediction.
Bro, Miles Sanders, $120 more.
Oof.
It's gonna be Miles' game, in my opinion, bro. Miles Sanders defensively. Hey man, there's only one player in the secondary.
I think Fresh wanted that, and he gonna be mad when he come back and you took it.
There's only one player in the secondary, man, that hasn't got a pick yet that starts for us, and that's Marcus Epps. I think that changes today. I think Epps is going to get him one today. Score prediction. I'm going to say 26-20 Philly in overtime.
26-20 overtime. You trying to kill me?
Hey.
What you trying to do
in overtime to the backup.
I mean, they still lost to the backup, but dang, that's going to be rough. It's cutting into my Christmas time.
Right. So you want to go last, Mike?
Yeah, I'll go last.
All right. They got me thinking on this one. So I wanted to say Dallas Goedert, but Goddard missed too much time. So I'm going to have to go to Miles Sanders as well. I think Miles Sanders is definitely going to have like over 100 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns in this game. Miles Sanders is going to break their heart in the offensive line with that combination alone. My defensive guy, I think it's going to be a Reed Blankenship game. I think Reed going to have like 7 tackles and a pick. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be Reed Blankenship from that safety position, being the heat-seeking missile that he is. I think the Philadelphia Eagles put up that 30-burger, bro. I think we take care of these guys 30-24 in regulation. You know what I mean? In regulation. I think the defense, gets 2 turnovers. I think, we give these guys a hard time at home. And they get booed at home.
And they get booed at home on Christmas. Stu Vision said, remember Zach Wilson was better than Hurts? # Sims. Chris Sims, man. The disrespect is wild. I remember the top 40 list, and Hurts was nowhere to be found. They had Kellen Mond. They had who was the quarterback for
they even had Minshew over there, the dude that back him up.
Yeah. And who was the quarterback for the Vikings when we smacked them? In the championship?
Case Keenum.
Yeah. They had the Case Keenum of the world and all that. Oh, Gate, you made it to where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got to mute it because they're loud.
That's all good. It's all good. Hey, it's Christmas, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm gonna go offensive first, and I think Dallas Goedert definitely can have a big game. I think he's really, really ready to go because he could have played last week. We just said we don't need him. And I think that the security blanket thing is for real. But guess who else is about to get a Christmas present? My man, Devontae Smith needs 99. Right. 99 yards to have one. He's getting 1K before the season's over. No ifs, and or buts. But I want him to do it before the 17th game because then, old, you can bring up, well, a lot of receivers are getting 1K now because of the extra game. He's going to get it before the 17th. And why not? If Trayvon Diggs, who is a good corner, AJ can definitely beat him one-on-one, no ifs, and or buts, but is a good corner. Who are they going to put on Smitty? They are having cornerback tryouts. They are trying out cornerbacks. You bringing somebody off the street in December to go against one of the smoothest route runners? 99 yards. Gardner Minshew delivered the rock. I got Smitty with a touchdown and 102 yards. So he has 1,000 plus after this game. And on the defensive side, I thought about going somebody who's going to get sacks. Like Carlos said, Sweat beating up Peters. But Dak Prescott is going to give us multiple Christmas presents. And somebody who only has 1 interception in the game throughout the season is Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox, 29 with the pick. Second half of the game, it flips the whole script. I got Avonte Maddox in the second half getting a pick. I got Smitty getting over 99 yards. My score prediction is 29-20. I've been rocking with it. That's my same one from the big panel. the big panel, 29-20 in regulation. Go ahead, Fresh.
Damn, what's this? A small panel? What's going on? What I'm at?
No, because when the whole remember he told you about the talking box
Yeah.
thing and all that. That's when
It was 9 people. It was
29-20.
it was a lot of people on that panel.
Oh, I ain't know what was going on. All right. Can I hear? I ain't get to hear y'all.
Score prediction. Play. We saw you on your mirror. You was back there tussling. Score prediction. Defensive player and score prediction.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah, I know that. What's yours?
Sanders. Listen, I low key Sanders, Smitty, Epps, and
so me and Gates got Sanders. Mike got Smitty. I got Epps. No, I got Blankenship. Gates got Epps. And who was your defensive guy, Mike?
Avonte Maddox.
Maddox, yeah.
I'm gonna go Hassan Reddick. Defense.
That's not a bad pick.
I think he's gonna terrorize his offensive line.
2 sacks?
Huh?
2 sacks? 1.5?
2.5. I gotta get 2.5.
He gonna walk out of this game. He gonna walk out of this game with more. If he walk out of this game with more sacks than Michael Parsons, bro, they're gonna have to suspend me from Twitter today.
Remember, he didn't get a sack against his last game.
Thanks.
And our offensive player, because of the deep ball, you're going to have to run a lot of slants, and the best slant wide receiver in the game is A.J. Brown. So I'm going to go with A.J. Brown. And my score prediction, I got it 28-17. Eagles, of course.
I ain't mad at that. Hey, Trayvon Diggs might get double moved out his fucking shoes today, yo. He might get the double move of his life today.
Or I would even love, as Fresh just said, I would love a slant caught by AJ. Trayvon try to arm tackle him, and AJ give him one of these little "get up off me, Lynn, get up off me," and then runs an extra 20 yards down the field, right? So look, a deep ball is a deep ball, but take a slant, the distance on Trayvon. I love it.
And also, we can't forget about Miles Sanders, who could be really big for us. Not Miles Sanders, Gainwell, who could be really big for us in an intermittent passing game. Catching a lot of balls leading, and Garner really ain't got that deep ball. So I can see Gainwell probably having 50 receiving yards in this game.
Hey, that's what's up. What's up? Again, the game will be on at 4:25. It is 3:35, so you got about a little less than an hour to get your stuff together. I will be live on my channel doing the play-by-play. Eagles gotta hit. Don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty. So you know what I mean. Look, I'm gonna be live, I've been talking as much as anybody throughout the whole week. If you want to come tune in. What you guys got going on?
Yo, if we cooking them, Mike, send me the link. Send me the link if we cooking them, Mike. That's all I'm gonna say, because I ain't gonna be live. If we start cooking them, I'm gonna text you. I need the link now. I ain't gonna get you demonetized. I just need the link now.
Hey, y'all know me.
Okay, so LB talking shit.
Right.
Now y'all know me. I just go live at halftime and all that. You know what I mean? So hopefully we be up. Hopefully be up double digits. You know, come join your boy. You already know.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. I'll
Again,
definitely be tapping into both of y'all.
we are live on 4 channels. Philly Talk Podcast, Philly Fresh Channel, Gate City, even though he's somewhere in the world and that he's not normally. Laura Brunch's channel. Make sure you hit the like button. The like button is just like a dapping somebody up for doing this thing. You know what I mean? It's something easy. It's easy. And again, come through because I'm going to be live talking my talk on these Cowboys. Stu said, I want in on God.
Hey, Stu, we're gonna have to talk, Stu. I'm telling you, Stu. Christmas Day, I'm gonna get a link out on Twitter. Everybody come talk to me on Christmas Day.
Facts. Until next time, which won't be that long. Y'all know what time it is. We are out. Peace.